Have you ever watched your dog suddenly hide under the bed, completely ignoring their favorite Kong toy, and caught yourself thinking, did I do something wrong? If your dog has ever done something that left you completely confused, you're not alone. And there's actually a reason behind it. The truth is, you didn't do anything wrong. This isn't your dog being stubborn, and it isn't a sign that they are feeling depressed or holding a grudge against you. It is actually a hardwired survival instinct, a fascinating behavior passed down from their wild ancestors, designed specifically to protect you. We often think of our dogs as modern family members who just love sleeping on the couch, but deep down, their nervous system still carries the incredible legacy of the wild. When a dog reaches their final days, all those strange behaviors you might notice, from isolating themselves in a dark closet to suddenly having a completely random burst of energy, are part of an ancient genetic ritual. They do this to protect the social structure they love the most, which is you. If you have ever witnessed this and felt totally lost or overwhelmed, hit the number 9 in the comments right now, just so you know you aren't alone in this experience. This video is shaped by AI to share some of the most fascinating and helpful scientific insights into how dogs truly think and feel. Before we dive in, let me know in the comments what state or country you are watching from today. To understand why your dog does this, let's take a quick look at what's happening inside their brain during those final days. Does your dog actually know they are going to pass away? Are they lying there feeling terrified, the way a human might when facing the unknown? The short answer is, not really. Research suggests that dogs don't possess this complex, human-like concept of death. They don't lie in dread wondering what happens next or worrying about the future. But they do know, very clearly and undeniably, that their body is failing. How do they know this? It all comes down to their 300 million olfactory receptors. Just like the amazing dogs at the Penn Vet Working Dog Center who can smell cancer with incredible accuracy, your dog is constantly picking up on their own unique scent. They can smell the subtle chemical changes happening inside their own body. In the wild, showing weakness means becoming a target for predators. That puts the entire family in grave danger. So when their body starts shutting down, that ancient survival instinct kicks right in. They realize they are vulnerable. If you are finding this helpful, please hit the like button so we can reach more pet parents who might really need to hear this today. Knowing that their body is getting weaker leads directly to a behavior that breaks the hearts of so many dog owners across the country. And that is the act of isolation. Many pet parents notice that in their final days, their dog might retreat to a quiet corner, hide under the porch, or find completely hidden spots they never usually go to. You might think they are feeling overwhelmed, or worse, that they are pulling away from you because they are upset. But research suggests something much more selfless is actually going on. Back in 1988, Dr. Benjamin Hart from the UC Davis School of Veterinary Medicine showed that when animals withdraw and stop moving, they aren't just giving up. Historically, when dogs were more like wolves, a sick or elderly animal would naturally separate themselves from the rest of the family. Why would they do that? It was a calculated move to avoid slowing the group down. It helped stop the spread of illness. And most importantly, it was meant to draw predators far away from the healthy members of their group. Your dog is using their very last bit of strength to protect you. They are basically saying that they feel weak and they don't want to bring danger to your home. This doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. It means your dog is communicating using their oldest, most natural language. Have you ever noticed your dog hiding away when they aren't feeling well? Drop a comment below and share your experience. But the strangest part of this whole journey isn't the hiding. It is what happens right before they finally say goodbye. You might be bracing yourself for the worst. Your buddy has been barely moving for days, maybe even refusing their favorite treats. But then, on a random sunny afternoon, they suddenly get up. They walk over to their food bowl, wag their tail, and maybe even act like they want to go for a walk at the dog park. Almost like nothing ever happened. It gives you this huge flash of hope. You start thinking, maybe they are getting better. But then, just an hour later, they're gone. This phenomenon is something called the last rally, Researchers at the University of Michigan found that before the heart stops, the brain sometimes releases a massive surge of organized gamma waves. From an evolutionary perspective, this sudden burst of energy is a final, beautiful ritual. It is their instinct, making one ultimate effort to check on their family's safety. They want to reinforce their relationship with you before their energy completely runs out. They are using the absolute last bit of fuel in their brain just to look at you one more time to make sure you are okay. The good news? Once you understand the why behind this behavior, the incredibly difficult decisions we have to make at the vet become a whole lot clearer. Making the decision to choose euthanasia is undoubtedly the most heartbreaking moment for anyone who loves their dog. The guilt can feel incredibly heavy. You might constantly wonder if you are betraying them or giving up too soon. Well, science has an answer that might bring your heart some much-needed peace. Dogs simply do not understand the concept of humane euthanasia. In fact, research from the Free University of Berlin suggests that a dog's stress hormones stay surprisingly low during this entire process. But here is the truly beautiful part of the science. Functional MRI research from Emory University showed that the reward center in a dog's brain lights up like fireworks just from smelling your familiar scent when you are sitting right there in the vet clinic, gently petting them and speaking softly. Your familiar scent is the absolute most powerful soothing chemical they could ever experience. In those final seconds of consciousness, their ancient brain isn't focusing on pain. It isn't focusing on fear. It is simply registering that their family is right there with them. Their relationship with you is completely safe. Their lifelong job of watching over you is done. You are their final experience in this world, and you are their absolute favorite experience. After they let go, the hardest part of biology falls squarely on the shoulders of the people left behind, and that is the overwhelming weight of grief. Losing a dog is never just losing a pet. You remember the days of the zoomies in the backyard, or how they used to be a Velcro dog following you into every room. You remember managing their separation anxiety, that real distress your dog feels when you walk out the door. All of those moments built the incredible relationship you share. Researchers from Harvard and Massachusetts General Hospital actually scanned the brains of mothers and found something incredible. They discovered that the emotional network in our brains reacts to losing a dog the exact same way it reacts to losing a human family member. The deep bond between you and your dog is literally written into your stress hormones, your daily heart rate patterns, and even your gut bacteria. You share so much of your life together. When that bond finally breaks, your nervous system experiences a very real, profound biological shock. Society might try to tell you it's just a dog and that you should move on quickly. But your brain does not care what society says. Your grief is scientifically valid. It is real, and it absolutely deserves to be respected. So here's what the science actually says when we look at the big picture. Your dog does not lie in dread about death. They live beautifully in the present moment, driven by their oldest instinct of unwavering loyalty. Everything they do in their last days is just their natural biological way of protecting you and saying thank you for a wonderful life. The life you gave them, the sniff walks, the enrichment puzzles, the gentle positive reinforcement, all of it built a history of trust. Your dog doesn't need you to be perfect. They just need you to understand them. Your presence, right until the very end, is already something incredibly special. Hold on to those memories because they are real. If this video reached you at the exact right time, or if it brought you a little bit of comfort today, hit subscribe and tell me in the comments about a moment with your dog that you will carry with you forever.